It's always been a known factor for that matter in an environment that, ideally when you grow in an organization, I mean, preferably when you grow in a level and you grow at a very higher level and gradually when you scale up, or even, within the environment as an organization, uh, when your employees grow, there is always a mutual conflict which keeps happening, which comes up on the table. That can be irrespective of the ground, that because there are higher positional conflict, or that can be also in the ground or on the ground on the fact that whose call will be on the table. I mean, who will take the right on the table, right? Hi, my name is Avik. Avik's a business strategist, business coach, and consultant uh, in the journey. And I'm in this mission right now to help business owners and micro, small, medium business owners like you to take your business to the next level and help yourself to grow and take your business to make it sustainable and scalable equally as well to the next level, right? So I'll talk deep down on this topic and today, and I'll ensure that you go till the end of this video, because if you stay till the end of this video, you'll be able to listen up and get some of the most power-packed journey, this journey way ahead. Well, I'll be giving you some strong platform to get catered and dive in equally as well to continue your accelerated learning journey of this business and core business insights, which will help you to address keep on such booming issues in your business environment, and also eventually some power back actions to get connected way ahead. So ensure that you are there till the end of this video and you watch this entire video to ensure that you get your addressable solutions equally as well in such conflict situations. So let's, without wasting time, let's dive deep in the topic. So yes, as in I was sharing, that whenever this conflict situation arises in the environment, whether it is because of the positional conflict or whether it is because of business conflict in the environment between partners, or most importantly in the employees, 2-3 steps that needs to be taken about us at a strong level. At an employee front level, if it is like more to do with you see those what we say a legacy-based employee versus a new age employee, right? Where you see that systems, technologies, new capabilities are coming in place, and there is always a cutoff or a clash with the old employees in the environment. When that sort of situation arises, it's always a win takeover of the new capabilities and a common discussion to put with the old employees and the new employees on the table, and help the old employees to understand that it is all about taking to the next level, for which, since there's a gap of capabilities and systems technology, that's where the new things needs to be adapted with the newer generation. And it's not about trying to take control on the newer generation because of that control mindset. Similarly, the same conversation needs to happen with the newer employee who's adapting to the new environment, to understand the past pattern that has happened so far, and then probably put his own expertise and strengths to ensure that there's a bigger impact in the environment. Yeah. So I think it's a mix and balance of both the way of managing and putting across the legacy versus the new employee orientation, or rather, where there is a minimum conflict that can raise out of that discussion. So the first step to ensure is to have a common conversation between the old employee and the new employee who's getting hired on board, to minimize the gap and to align in the environment equally as well. The next thing, which is equally important, is to also ensure that if there is a circumvent feeling, whereas you come to understand that the old employees who are there in your environment for ages, and probably they are doing some mistake or some way to manipulate the environment, and putting cash off from outside the market, or taking businesses from outside the market, doing business with vendors, partners outside, and making extra money out of that. So if you find those sort of traits which are coming out mostly, which is like not valid or viable to the ethos of the organization, I think that's where the point comes of stopping them and probably take a call to depart from the organization. right? So because end of the day, it's all about, for a business owner, it's all about the energy. Where you shift your energy end of the day, that makes the whole difference. If you shift the energy in the wrong environment, obviously it will not give you the right output. So that's a very, very big and a strong takeaway and learning equally as well. Yeah. So just make sure that you should be able to, ensure that don't take one step back when you find such wrong traits in the environment. What we say in a typical conventional definition, these are a legacy-based employee who try to take the resource facility of all the environment and also the tenuity of the environment, and just keep bothering. So just cut off all this and move ahead. Even for that matter, if you find such clients who are also manipulating in the environment, trying to take over your business and trying to do some sort of mischief in the environment, so you equally have to cut off your client equally as well. I think that's the whole game. Otherwise, probably you'll not be able to maintain those sanctity in the environment, and the viability of the environment will be lost for that matter. Yeah. So I think those are some of the subtle facts and pointers and outcome equally as well. The next point which comes is the level of equity distribution that should come also at an employee level. So beside the fact there's a personal conflict which appears basis on the capability and technology enabled systems, which I already addressed in the first pointer. The second pointer is more on the ground that if there is a scope of opportunity where you find that your employees are already in different roles and in different functionalities, in different departments where they're heading the show, or probably it can be between partners as well. So you need to understand as a business owner that what are the ratio of role strength and combination that's been catered to different roles. Let's say your partner handles marketing and sales, and you handle something in terms of operations or business acquisition, something like that. So you need to understand like what are the proportion of those roles that's been distributed. That's one. And also the percentage of contribution accordingly, mutually agreed upon on the partners. If it is something which has been running for a long business, kind of like where all these parameters probably has been reset, but these are like long tenuity based businesses, then probably there are some additional factors of parameters also comes in place. Parameters like loyalty, parameters like results oriented, parameters like how competent the partners are. So all these parameters equally will add an additional layers when it comes to long businesses who has been already there in the environment with all the other parameters added, like I already mentioned. So keeping this in place, probably then the alignment comes better, whether it is within partner or whether it is within employees across functions to take the journey way ahead. And last but not the least, I mean, irrespective of the business, whichever business you are in, and the environment or the organization that you're spending time and investing time in as well, you have to make it very sure that commitment and patience is the key of all outcome of any result for that matter. So when I say commitment and patience, that has all to do with the larger outcome, the larger picture, my friend. And for that, what is extremely important is a balance between impact and creation. So what you're creating across and how are your brand are getting branded across, it's a balance of both the combination. So when as an employee, as an environment, as a business owner, as a business partner, as a co-partner, whichever way you define it as. So at every level, conflict can be addressed in all these possible ways, like I mentioned. Okay. And this is where it will address both the capabilities and also those strong conversation in the environment, so that there is no mutual grudge or biasness in the environment. And there's always a healthy way of sustaining and winning the environment. Remember one thing, end of the day, business doesn't fail outside. Business always fail inside. And it's always those deeper conversation which you as a business owner resist to put on the table. As a leader, as a business performance leader, as a business owner, it's the viability of your product or services, or it's the viability of your ground and your confidence on your services that actually helps you to take the ball to the next level and put your statement on the table. Most of the time, most businesses also fail because as a business owner, they just don't look after of all these critical issues, and they tend to look over all these issues, which in turn over a period of time come out to be a volcano resistance for that matter. So you know, if key communication at every touch points with every stakeholders in the environment and wherever there are, so you have to be very, very self-aware to be ensure that the trigger can come at any point of time from any of the functions. You just need to be aware what is happening around in the environment, and wherever these gaps seems to be noticed, you just need to ensure that whether is it a capability or a advancement of functionality or that new era age capability concern, or is it more of a mindset or a conversation where the pattern is hitting the roadblock? That's a concern, and accordingly get that addressed, which mutual win-win discussion, right? So with that, I come to the end of this video. I guess this has given you enough food for thought, and also, and of course, a winning mindset and addressable way ahead journey equally as well. So like I mentioned, if you stay till the end, then probably I will give you the most power-packed, exciting gift on this auspicious moment of Akshaya Tritiya, right? So I think the best way that you can grab this journey way ahead is just go ahead and book a one-to-one call with me, because ideally such a one-to-one call generally cost, if you take the value of a one-to-one call, which will help you to get the roadmap of your journey, which will help you to address the some of the immediate addressable pointers of your journey, and also the way that things that you address in your business functions. So all that gets sorted out in a one-to-one call. So ideally, such call gets notified with an amount of around approximately 8,000 INR. But since this is a limited period, I'm doing it kind of giving this as a kind of a package. So ensure that you get this experience and sign up on the platform to book the one-to-one call. And also, last but not the least, do join the Facebook platform and the Telegram platform equally as well to continue the learning journey and hop into my upcoming webinars to get the most power-pack solutions to your business functions and business issues. With that, Avik signing off here as of now. Look forward for the next power-pack issues as well. And also do comment and like and subscribe my channel to understand that where is it that you are facing those concerns on your businesses, and also would like to understand what are those issues or concern in your business that you would like to hear upon or need to get addressed. Thank you for joining, staying till the end and being there to listen to till the end equally as well. Avik signing off equally as of now. Look forward for the next power-pack business insights. Thank you. Have a wonderful day ahead. Bye-bye. Take care.